Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I'm your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that is our weekly buzz, where we give you a rundown of all the important news articles that are happening in the e-commerce world, whether it be Amazon, Walmart, Etsy, or other marketplaces. We have interviews with people in the industry you need to hear from and give you training tips that will give you serious strategies for serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. We've got tons of articles today. I told you guys, it goes in like waves where we'll have one week where there's like only two newsworthy things and another week where there's like almost 10. And that's today is one of those almost 10 articles. So we've got some articles about a potential thing that could shut your account down, if you don't take action on it. So we're going to talk about that. I was able to take care of it in one of my accounts. So I want to make sure that everybody's doing that in yours. There's this marketplace that's making waves. Shein, I believe is the way you pronounce it, in the US and in other countries, and might be something that Amazon sellers need to take notice of. We've got a couple smaller updates from Etsy, some Amazon advertising updates. Make sure to stay to the end, guys, because we've just got lots of news articles I think you Amazon and Walmart sellers will be interested in. We've got a quick training tip to show you how you can see sales and performance of your products at like the parent ASIN level, a brand new way to do that. I'm going to show you guys how to do. So let's go ahead and see what's buzzing. The first article that I want to talk about today is actually a notice that went out about a week ago in Amazon Seller Central dashboard. Let me just show you guys what it looks like. It says new U.S. Informed Consumers Act imposes new requirements for sellers. Now, this is pretty important because this is some new Consumers Act that takes effect on June 27th of 2023. And so it requires marketplaces such as Amazon, it says, to collect, verify, and disclose information about their businesses. All right. So they are basically required, I guess, by the government now to verify sellers' information. Now, how you know if you're one of the ones that have been reached out to, like I checked Project X and it wasn't. Look in your email inbox that you get your emails from, and look for a message that says trusted store for buyers and sellers. Maybe you can just search in your inbox or complete the verification process. But here is an actual the actual email that I received in the Project 5K account telling me that I need to go into Seller Central and go into account information. So that's the other way that you guys will know if you have been hit. Even if you didn't get this email, what I suggest doing is go into your Seller Central account, at the very top right, hit the gear button for settings, and then go to account info. And then you might have this message at the very top where it says, you currently have limited access to Amazon selling services. So it says, we need to re-verify your identity information. And an interesting thing here, it actually says that failure to complete this action could impact your ability to receive disbursements or account suspension. So that's kind of crazy. So this is definitely not something to ignore. So basically what it took me to is just kind of like the same information that I had to enter when I first started the Amazon account. It asked for, business name, business license ID, business address, and then personal name. All right. So I had to, give my name, and then like your own ID, like your driver's license or passport, and then proof of your own residence. What I had ended up sending was just a bank statement. And I think it can take credit card statements or other things that have your address. And basically, it takes about 5 minutes only to fill in, as long as you've got pictures of your ID. You got to take front and back of like your driver's license. And I did that last night, I don't know, like around 2 a.m. And by this morning, around 9 a.m., that message disappeared from my dashboard. So it must have been approved really quick, and everything is hunky dory, as they say right now. So I need you guys to all make sure that you are not affected by that. Go into your dashboard, hit account info on the top right under settings. And if you have that message coming at the top, there'll be a link right there where it says re-verify information. That's what you can click on. So make sure to take care of that right away, because you don't want to get your disbursements potentially in danger. Next article here is from Yahoo, and it's kind of an interesting article entitled EU customs reform to target online sellers like Amazon and Alibaba. Now, target, it almost makes it sound like this could be something bad or this is, something not good. Sellers are being targeted. But the way I'm understanding it, unless I'm just completely misunderstanding this, is that this proposal by this European Commission is trying to introduce streamlined reporting requirements for sellers, providing a single EU interface. It says platforms like Alibaba or Amazon would have to ensure goods sold online comply with the customs obligations. So it's kind of like the platform is the one who's responsible of it. And it says they would have to charge customs duties and VAT at the time of purchase so consumers will no longer face hidden charges or unexpected paperwork. So does that mean that, now the marketplaces like Amazon, I thought they were already, I don't sell in Europe, so I don't know. I thought they were already charging these fees and different things at the time of purchase. Maybe this is talking about if a consumer is actually buying something from overseas, right? Not like buying something from Amazon FBA inventory. That's what I'm assuming this means, because otherwise, this doesn't make any sense. But anyways, this is an interesting article just to see this proposal, and if you think that it's going to make sellers' life easier or potentially more difficult. Next article, just a brief update from Seller Central today, that they say heavy and bulky items no longer eligible for Amazon Vine. All right. So this is starting today. There was no notice about this. So, if you're selling a refrigerator or something, and you're looking to use Amazon Vine to get those first reviews, sorry, not sorry, basically, is what's going on here. You are not going to be able to use Amazon Vine anymore for heavy or bulky items. Now, the next one I wanted to spend a couple minutes on, because this is something that we talked about a while back on the show, but a new marketplace that's been kind of making waves the last couple of years, mainly in fashion. Shein. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, Shein or Shane, but it's been mainly for fashion. But now they're making waves. So this article here that is from Retail Wire, it says, "Is Shein's marketplace bad news for Amazon and other retailer platform?" And they launched earlier this month the U.S. marketplace. All right, we talked about that this was coming a few months ago, and they had successful rollouts. It says in Mexico and Brazil, and now they're opening the platform to third-party, domestic, and international sellers. All right, so they have millions of Gen Z customers. Right, Bloomberg actually had a report where they said that Shein's share of the fast fashion market went from 12% in January of 2020 to 50%. 50% of the entire fast fashion market in November of 2022. They hold a greater share than H&M, Zara, Fashion Nova, Forever 21, even in this sub niche of fast fashion. Actually, as a matter of fact, for online apparel sales, this is crazy to me. Only Macy's is ahead of Shein right now. All right. So, Amazon is not even in the picture on one of these top ones. So this is very interesting. They said, hey, now we're going to bring new sellers onto the Shein marketplace and to make beauty and fashion accessible to all, they said. And Shein's marketplace is going to start competing with Amazon, Macy's, Target, and Walmart for more than just customers. All right. Because now they're trying to get sellers as well. And they are also going to have their own fulfillment distribution network later. It sounds like they're having a growing distribution center. It says that they might make it for third party sellers. They might not, meaning that if you're a third party seller now, you're probably going to have to fulfill yourself. But they have a 1.5 million square foot warehouse in Indiana, and they're building another one in California. Just today, they announced that they just raised $2 billion. All right. But their valuation was lowered by a third. So Wall Street Journal came out with an article saying they raised $2 billion. Now, I just went on the website, the Shein website. I literally had never been on the website, probably outside of this podcast when I talked about this on the Buzz before. But some of these prices are just ridiculous. Like, here's a bath mat I'm looking at right here, guys. A bath mat, a pretty large one too, for $1.04. So I'm not sure what the heck is going on here. It sounds like the old Amazon days when you would do, launch a product and maybe offer it at like a 90% discount or something to try and get reviews. I don't know what's going on. This is shipped and sold by Shein here. But you can potentially get $4 shipping or free shipping if this is your first order. So I literally can go ahead and purchase this humongous bath mat for $1.99 and have it delivered to me. Now, interesting things are that I'm not sure where this is coming from, but the fastest delivery is 527. Today is 517. So it looks like 10-day shipping is kind of an issue. So is this coming from overseas? I'm not sure. There's so much just going on here on this page. Like somehow this product already has over 1,000 reviews. All right. I don't know how long this has been selling, but then there's people, there's 4,800 upvotes for this view. And then somebody says, reading the previous comments, I thought it would be smaller, but it's actually quite big. I totally recommend. And then in bold, please like, I need points. So like, I guess if you like people's reviews, they get points for Shein. Like there's just a whole bunch of crazy stuff happening on this website that I'm not fully sure about, but it's very interesting. And it's not just fashion, guys. All right. Take a look at this. They're selling a wooden egg tray very similar to the Project X egg tray. Uh, Ours on Amazon is like $17. Here is one that's not even discounted. This is the regular price. There's no sale price here. And the same wooden egg tray that probably, very similar one that we're selling is only $10.30 on Shein. And standard shipping $3.99. But if you order $29 worth, it's a free shipping, standard free shipping, even without this Shein club. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Like there's electronics on here and a lot of stuff. What are your thoughts on this new marketplace? Is this something that you definitely want to get, be an early adopter and get on this marketplace? Are you afraid that if some of these prices might undercut Amazon sellers? Sounds like definitely fashion is the one to mainly be worried about, but who knows? Are they going to start selling coffin shelves next? I don't know what's going on the Shein, but something to consider. Next update is a PPC update announced by Amazon. It says new sponsored ads, daily budgeting policy and options. This is about a week ago that they added this, where they have daily budgeting policy for sponsored product, sponsored brand, and sponsored display, allowing you to spend up to 100% more than the average daily budget on any given day. So if you are in your campaigns in Seller Central, you'll have this settings. Go to the settings, which is right under targeting, and then they have these things called average daily budget increase. And the options are spend up to 25% more than the average daily budget using unspent budget amounts. All right. So what does that mean? This allows you to have benefit from high traffic days by using budgets from previous days when your spend is below your daily budget. So I'm assuming that, like, let's say Monday, Tuesday, your budget is $20. You only spent $15. Well, theoretically, now you've got $10 extra from a couple days of spend, and maybe there's this like crazy your ads are doing crazy good on Wednesday, and it's going to allow you to go up to $30. I believe is what they're saying, how this is going to work depending on what setting you choose. So this is available across the board: North America, Europe, Middle East, and Asia. Make sure to check it in your Seller Central to see how that is going to work for you. Another announcement from last week from Seller Central: new small business search filter. So they're testing this filter where customers can filter by small brands and artisans while shopping in Amazon store. So as you guys know, already there's these little badges that show up. Like if you look at the Project X coffin shelf, it'll say, hey, this is a small business, because we just created an LLC. That's not Helium 10. Helium 10 is obviously not a small business, but we create a how cool is that company, and that's what sells the Project X products. And so when you go to the Project X product, you'll see this badge that says small business. So now I'm assuming that customers are going to be able to filter this out. So make sure that you have that badge if you do think you do qualify, and check previous episodes. We talk about how you can get that badge on your listing. Now an quick Etsy note here. Etsy launches its own wedding registry service, free for anyone with an account. So I think they used to have one like 10 years ago, and they did away with it, and now they're bringing it back. So wedding registry, that's something that's very popular for Amazon. So if you've got a product that's good for weddings, or that's popular gift, for weddings, and you think it qualifies for Etsy, it can't be like some electronic product or something, but something, like coffin shelves, egg trays, those absolutely qualify for, or people might buy for weddings, depending on the theme, right? And those qualify for selling on Etsy. Well, now if you're not selling those, or if you are selling those products on Amazon but you haven't started on Etsy, that might be now reason to get on Etsy, because could boost your sales by this wedding registry option that's going on right now. Next article is from CNBC, and it's entitled "Amazon is focusing on using AI to get stuff delivered to you faster." So there's a lot of information in this article, but in a nutshell, they're trying to do this regionalization effort to ship products to customers from warehouses closest to them rather than from another part of the country. Now, I don't understand how this is news. I mean, like, I thought this is always what Amazon has been doing, but maybe the new thing is that they're trying to use artificial intelligence to predict where like rushes in sales, what geographic areas are going to come, and then trying to get inventory to these warehouses even before the orders happen. Because basically, what they're trying to do is, it says here, they're trying to increase the amount of same day or next day deliveries for their customers. And so artificial intelligence is playing a role in this. Obviously, this is a positive move, that's going to affect us Amazon sellers because, the better that they can get in distributing their inventory, that means, the less chance we have at losing a sale to another competitor just because, maybe the shipping time is a little bit faster. I think we've all seen like, man, hey, how come my item is Prime and I just enter it in and on certain shipping addresses says that it's going to take like 7 days to get to me. I know I'm losing customers. I mean, me myself, like when I shop on Amazon and I see it's going to take like 5 days, I'm like, nope, I don't want it. Or if I see something that says it'll get there in 2 days, but then I see another product that's maybe just $1 more, but it'll actually be delivered the same day. I'm like always picking that one that's being picked up the same day. So I think it's a positive move by Amazon. Speaking of AI, there was another article that came out on CNBC that says Amazon Alexa head says company is at the forefront of AI as chatbots explode. We talked about this before a few weeks ago about how Alexa is going to have perhaps some generative AI capabilities, where you can have a better, more human-like conversation, and that's definitely going to affect how customers shop and perhaps make it more important that our listings are optimized for AI. But the part that I wanted to bring out here was towards the end, where it says the company has posted job listings suggesting it plans to implement a chat GPT like style product in search on its online store. This is from Bloomberg. It says Amazon may also add more generative AI features to Alexa focused on entertainment and storytelling, which doesn't really, concern us. But search, AI in search, does that sound familiar? A while back, guys, this is going back January, all the way back in January. If you listen to episode 419 of the Serious Sellers podcast, listen to what Kevin King said.
I think search on Amazon is going to change. I think, right now, if you're going to, for example, if you're going to the beach and you're like taking your family to the beach, you have to go into Amazon and to buy the things you need. Like, okay, type in beach towel, look at the results. Type in beach umbrella, look at the results. Type in cooler, picnic cooler, whatever the different things you think you might need. And you got to do individual searches on each one of those and choose them. I think, Amazon's probably going to use some of this AI where you can just say, you can literally just type these words, beach trip, family of 3, kids 6, 10, and 12, Cancun, and it will come back and it will spit out everything that's applicable to those age groups.
Crazy, right? Nostradamus, Kevin. But he and I definitely for a while now have been saying that's what we have felt that the future of search is gonna be, where AI really is going to take a forefront, where people will have a shopping experience that's completely different. So now instead of just optimizing yourself for a certain search term, you've got to make sure even more that your listings are optimized as to the Amazon algorithm, so that if somebody's having this kind of like AI type conversation with the Amazon search, where you got to make sure that your products come up. So this could completely in the future kind of change the way that that we do, that we set up our listings. Who knows, what the future holds. I don't think anything is imminent like in the next few months here. But by this time next year, who knows? The search might be different on Amazon. All right, that's it for the news this week. I told you guys there was a lot of stuff to go over. Now, before we get into a really cool training tip of the week, I wanted to remind you guys one last time that next week is our Helium 10 social in Irvine, California. So come out and hang out with us in person at Dave & Buster's at the Irvine Spectrum. If you guys would like tickets that are completely free, it comes with free food, free beverages, free fun, go to h10.me/Irvine. So if you're living in Southern California, Nevada, Vegas, whatever, come on down 7 p.m. on May the 24th and hang out with us for free. h10.me/Irvine. Now, the training tip of the week, I want to take you to our Insights dashboard on a new feature that people have been asking about, not just since we had Insights dashboard for years. What basically, how can we look at kind of aggregated information on some of our listings? All right. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So I'm here on my Insights dashboard, and I'm going to look. The default view is by SKU, right? Just like you would see in Seller Central or you see anywhere in Helium 10 historically. But now I can click on this parent level, and now at the parent level, I could see, for example, right here. Here's the coffin shelf listing right there. I have 6 SKUs that are under this coffin shelf, but I've got a pink coffin shelf. I've got a purple one. But now I can see if I hit product performance, I can see how many units were sold in whatever time frame that I'm looking at. So like currently I put the last 7 days, I can see, hey, overall I sold 40 coffin shelves. So it gives me an idea about which ones of my product families are doing well. Hey, I sold 18 egg trays in this time. The large coffin shelf family, there's only 13 that I sold. So I can see this product performance and my profit margins on each one, my reviews. I can even go down to like the keyword level to see how many keywords out of all these products am I on page one for, right? Or is my rankings going up or down? Now, here's the thing that's cool. I can actually go to either the child or even the SKU level. So let's say here is the coffin shelf. I click on child, and now it's going to expand out to the different ASINs, right? It's going to here are all the child ASINs that are part of the parent listings, right? And so I could see things at the child level or at the ASIN level, but I can go even a step farther and go down to the SKU level. Like some of us have multiple SKUs for one listing because we have a fulfilled by merchant, we have a fulfilled by Amazon, right? So again, I can go to parent item, and I can look at everything at the parent level. I can hit this SKU button, and then I could see, hey, I want to view all the 3 of the child ASINs in a table, and now I can just automatically zoom in to those 3 coffin shelves and be able to see sales by the child level, or I can toggle, like I said, back to the parent level. So guys, this is one of the most requested features lately of Helium 10, and you guys all should have this available. Those of you who have Insights dashboard in your dashboard. So make sure to give it a try and let us know how you would like to change it, if at all, what you would like to see differently there and how we can make that work for you. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining us for this week's Weekly Buzz. I'll see you guys not next week, because next week we've got Walmart Wednesday, but I'll see you guys in 2 weeks to see what's buzzing.